तो दीदी एंड कर देते हैं यार
इतना सच नहीं बोल सकते हम। फोमो मत दे वंशिका, फोमो मत दे।
ब्लूपर्स पहले बना लिए पॉडकास्ट बनेंगे
Hello. Welcome to our podcast, Fairly Balanced. This is the first ever episode of our podcast, so a very warm welcome from us. And before we dive deeper into things, let us just first start by the very basic thing, that is by our introduction. So, hi, this is Shruti.
Hello, this is Vanshika, and we're your host on this journey. So let me first start by introducing myself. I'm currently a first year BCom honors student at Sriram College of Commerce, Delhi University. For the record, I went to Chandigarh for my high school, lived alone there in a hostel without my parents, learned a lot of stuff. And apart from academics, I am also a content creator on LinkedIn. I've been writing over there for 4 months now and kind of managed to grab 3,000 followers by writing content, by sharing my experiences, and just trying to build a loyal audience. Apart from that, I also love to read novels, murder mysteries specifically. Yeah, on to you, Shruti.
Hi, I am Shruti Singh. I'm a 20-year-old undergrad student. I'm in third year currently. I'm a commerce major Mumbai University student, basically. I'm also pursuing CMA USA. I like commerce as a field of study, and I'm also interested in finance, management, and economics. Just to tell you more about me, then I love writing. I love hosting, anchoring, public speaking, basically. I am also into open mics and stuff. I also write on LinkedIn. In case you're too curious to know, I have 2K followers on LinkedIn. And I've been writing on this platform since last 8 months. And trust me when I say this, I've spent so much time on LinkedIn that now I literally know all in and out of it. In fact, this implies to both of us. And yes, Baki, to along the way, you guys will get to know more about us. On to you, Vanshika.
Okay, so now we'll deep dive into this podcast. This podcast is going to be about growing on LinkedIn. So if you're just starting out on LinkedIn, you should be knowing what the platform is about and how you're going to approach the journey ahead. So it will be a basic guide in the beginning, then we'll move on to the intermediate and the advanced sections as well.
Yeah, okay. So the first question, Vanshika, you go ahead with it. What got us both into LinkedIn in the first place, and why do we think it's such an important platform to focus on?
Okay, so my LinkedIn journey is kind of nothing was planned as such. I just got free after my entrance test. So I had a lot of free time. So I thought I should be utilizing this free time productively. And before that, I didn't actually had an account on LinkedIn. Like I didn't even know about the platform. I just had this perception that it's a job searching. Like every one of us have this idea. So I was just on a random day, I was jotting down some skills that I should actually be having in my college, like basic, absolute necessary. So, and one of them was writing. So I was like, okay, how can I improve my writing skills? Now I did a quick Google search, and one of the options that showed over there was content creation on LinkedIn. And I was just fascinated by the idea. So I quickly installed my LinkedIn, made an account over there, saw what other people are posting. And yeah, like that is how I just started. And now it's been a journey, grabbed 3,000 followers in 4 months and managed to grab those impressions, likes, and comments. That was pretty much how it all started.
Yeah, so if I talk about LinkedIn, then the same journey I feel. I knew about the platform. I was there since 2022, I feel, but it was in October 2020. No, I was there since 2022, but it was in October 2023 when I actually started being active there. Initially, I didn't know what people are doing there and how I can take leverage of this platform. Just like everyone else, even I used to think that it is just for landing to jobs and internships. But then I kept reading everyone's post on LinkedIn, started being active there, and started observing what content people are putting and how the platform is working. Along the way, I also got to know about what personal branding is. Then I feel somewhere in January 2024, I was having a conversation with a friend who was already writing on LinkedIn and was a content creator there. He was doing well. He had around 2K followers. He kind of told me that, oh, why don't you try you to write so well also? So yeah, then as I used to inspire, okay, I just started for the sake of giving it a try and started writing in February. And yeah, along the way, I fell in love with this whole thing. This is how I started. And Rahibat, why I think it is an important platform to focus on, then I feel because of the opportunities it brings you. I think LinkedIn, if used correctly, gives you great opportunities. Networking professionally, building real life connections. If you're into content, then it helps in building your own community, your personal brand. People also know you there if you are like putting out content. It becomes much easier to get opportunities and to ask for help. People do help you. You kind of get recognition as well. A good LinkedIn account, even if you are not posting anything, leaves a good first impression. It is also because the world we are living in right now, here nowadays, everyone first goes through a LinkedIn or say starts a LinkedIn account. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the scenario have changed. Earlier, people used to see you on Instagram, like they used to search you on Instagram. Now, people actually search you on LinkedIn. So, okay, Shruti, if you have to explain someone as to what LinkedIn exactly is, let's say to a child who is 5 or 10, in a very layman's language, how do you explain it?
So let's keep it very simple and raw. Firstly, it is a professional networking site which helps in networking with everyone, be it founders, CEOs, or anyone, and any like-minded people you would like to connect with. Because every big or small person is there, and it sort of gives you an access and opportunity of networking with them. Secondly, it helps you in finding jobs and internships because, of course, LinkedIn is for that, right? Also, recently it has been viewed from a content writer's approach, as in writers write content on the platform for the viewers to read, and then they gain followers and eventually build their personal brand and build a solid community, which then helps them in numerous other ways. And LinkedIn can also be used for internships. It kind of acts as your virtual CV, just like we talked about earlier. And yeah, basically your entire existence can be figured virtually through this app. I feel LinkedIn has diversified itself a lot lately, and it just can't be categorized into a specific type.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually has a very vast definition. Earlier, it just used to be a job searching platform, but now over the years, it has really evolved. So you'll see people using LinkedIn very differently. Like, let's say if you're a freelancer, you can use it for getting clients. If you're a content writer and you just like to share your experiences, then it could be just that you're writing over there and people are able to connect and resonate with you, and that's why they're dropping all those likes and comments. If you're a college student, you could use it for grabbing opportunities like internships and participating in business competitions or conclaves for that sake. So you can just not define LinkedIn in a few words. It actually has a vast definition as such.
Okay, so moving ahead, the next question I have for you is how important is headline and what are some tips for writing one that stands out? What, according to you, is a perfect headline?
Okay, so your headline is one of the first things that everyone sees whenever they land on your profile. So it's actually a bit tricky because you have to explain yourself in 2 or 3 lines. So most of the people get puzzled over there as to what they should be writing. But there's actually a little framework that I would like you to provide that you can follow actually, and it will help you immensely. So if you're a college student, let's say, you can mention the name of your college or your school name for that sake in the headline. Like if I'm from SRCC, I've written SRCC batch of 27. So if you have written down college, good for you. Otherwise, if you're pursuing any of the professional degrees, let's say for that sake, Shruti is pursuing CMA USA. So she has written CMA USA in her headline. That goes very well. Or if not that, if you're working in a company right now, or if you're doing an internship at a reputed company, you can write the company's name in the headline. Even that works. If for that, also if you're having an all India rank like AIR, any of that, AIR 100, like less than 100, it's absolutely fine. Just write over there. Also, if you're a co-founder or you have founded something, maybe you do have a podcast, you can just write co-founder of this or founder of this. Or if you're just a freelancer, you can write, hey, I make websites. Oh, sorry, not you won't write actually, hey, you can just write, I make websites for for CEOs, for big companies. Just anything over there, or I'm just a content creator. Just anything works, just but be authentic. Like don't write fake things over there because if you actually got caught, you'll land in a big problem. Don't make it a false headline about you. So yeah, don't complicate the headline. Just keep it real, and yeah, it works. That will work.
Yeah, very well said. Actually, I second you with this. Also, the framework I use is of three questions: what you do, what are your past achievements, and who are you? Basically, it goes who are you, then what you do, and what are your past achievements, or anything which is worth mentioning. So, if I give my example, then who are you? I'm a Mumbai University student. What do I do? I'm a USA CMS student, or I am a co-host at Barely Balanced, and any past achievements worth mentioning. So you can follow this pattern as well. I feel mostly people write about their universities, as Vanshika rightly said, and then they write about the internship or any company they are working in. So yeah, it is pretty much it. You can write about your university, the company you are working in, and for example, if you're a freelancer, you can write about your freelancing, or if you're a student, you can write about your past achievements, right? AIR or any store like CUET store. If you have a solid store, you can write those things. So yeah, keep it simple basically, and don't fade it up. Rightly said. Yeah. So the next question we have is the profile picture debate. What do you think? People really need a professional headshot, or they can use a casual, decent picture? It would be good to hear this from you. Go ahead.
Right. I've actually seen people use filter wale pictures. Like they use their dog filters on Snapchat and paste it there over there on LinkedIn. Like it just feels so disturbing. Like you already know it's a professional platform and you're still doing all of these things. It just pisses you off. Like it's just a turn off in the very beginning because your profile picture is the first thing that everyone sees, right? So you'll have to keep it professional. Not professional as such that you should be wearing any suits or something. Just make sure that the background over there is plain and simple. And also you have a good smile on your face. You're not wearing something very, catchy. Just plain light colors. And yeah, you're good to go. Just don't use that filters over there. What's your take?
Yeah, even I believe any picture works as long as it's decent and you like your face is clear and you have a warm smile on your face. Just don't use your Instagram post there and Snapchat filters that don't work. And there's no specific
Yeah.
need of professional headshots. Your normal phone pictures also work. Just make sure it's clear and your face is visible enough.
Other than the profile picture, you also have the banners. So now most of the people have this tendency that they actually just ignore the banners sometimes, but the banner too actually plays a very big role. So how do you make a good banner? So there are actually two things that I follow. Firstly, your banner could be anything you do, right? If you are a content creator, right? Content creator. If you're a freelancer, right? Freelancing. Or if you're a student at any of the universities out there, you can even write that for that sake. Just don't keep your banner empty. That's the most important and the crucial thing. And most of the people do that. And it's actually a little turn off, I would say. So don't keep your banner empty. Second option, if you don't want to go through the hassle of all of this, if you are a little lazy, you can actually write a quote over there. So any of the quote for that sake, any of the quote that you love and you feel is inspiring and it describes about you, go ahead with that and write that. So you yeah, have a good banner.
Yeah, I agree. Quotes actually do work well.
Okay,
Even
Shruti.
Vanshika and I have quotes on our profile, so they work. You don't need a professional banner. You don't need to go to a graphic designer and design all of the banners and etc. Just make sure you have it because then it looks like you have taken some efforts to actually curate your LinkedIn profile. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask this question. Okay, so now let's move on to the about section. So, Shruti, what would be some of the tips that you would like students to give for writing the about section?
I think here I have a pretty different opinion than others because I feel your about sections should be very straightforward and very direct. It should showcase your past and present achievements of what you are doing and why you are on LinkedIn. Why you are on LinkedIn is for the content creators. Otherwise, it should showcase your past and present achievements and who are you, what you are doing. As in, you can include your university name, your scores, and everything you have done in the past, which is decent enough to put in the bio section. It should not feel like it's a story like we do in our post. It should not be a storytelling there. People don't have so much time to read everything. They are not even interested, honestly. So yeah, also because formatting is also important. I feel for about section, just make it very short, clips, and direct. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, also, I just had this view that don't keep your bio section long. Like, just keep it to the relevant skill. So, if you're a content creator and you write over here, just talk about your writing journey. You don't have to add other irrelevant skills. Like, apart from this, I also love to travel, I love to dance. Don't do that. People actually aren't interested in all of that stuff. Don't write those big, bulky paragraphs. Start with a good hook, I would say, in the about section that actually helps. Yeah, that would be a little advice from my side.
Yeah, right, right. Also, what's the best way to reach out? This is of for networking and engagement. What do you think is the best way to reach out to people for connections? And also, please include something about personalized note and how important they are.
So actually, before sending a connection request to someone, I feel you should be very clear with your purpose as to why you exactly are on LinkedIn. Like, let's say if you want to become a ghostwriter and you're over here on this platform to take inspiration, then start following people who are a ghostwriter. That would actually help. Go onto their profile, see their experience, and read their posts. See how they've formatted their post, how they've structured it, and what actually led on to you for reading their post. Like, what's one fascinating thing about them, like the way they write, that catches your attention. Just see. And once you have stalked their profile, अच्छे से, like I would just say कि stalk it like if you're their boyfriend or girlfriend, like stalk it पूरा अच्छे से. उसके बाद you send them a connection request and that should be personalized. Now, what do I mean by personalize it? That if you go, there's a section over there, like three dots. If you click upon it, so you have this option called personalized invite. So you can write a small message with the connection request you send. Now that message could be anything, like just say, hey, I was your profile and I loved it. Like, let's just mention what you liked about their profile. Maybe it could be any of their achievements. They have gone to this school, or it could be that it, and you could share your own thoughts about the post. Like just anything. Just don't be a creep over there saying that, hey, you look beautiful in the picture. That would actually work. And yeah, like just don't write over there. It's a professional platform. Just write anything that you loved about their profile. It could be the headline, it could be the banner, it could be the about section or the experience section, it could be about their posts. Right over there. And personalized request, why I'm saying this, it's because it actually helps you stand out. So that creator over there is getting a lot of connection requests daily. So, in order for you to stand out and for getting connected with the creator, it's important for you to sending a connection request with them, a personalized one for that sake.
Yeah, I would like to add few more things here. People actually get confused between a connection request and following someone. So I'd like to clear this out. On LinkedIn, there are two things. One is you can follow a creator, you can follow anyone for that sake. And second is you can get connected with someone. Now understand the difference. When you like someone's post and and their profile, plus you want to see more of their post, and you don't necessarily want to connect with them because they are not from your industry, or maybe you just don't want to connect with them. So in that case, you follow that person and you don't send a connection request. Whereas when you like someone's profile and they are from your same field, or say they can be of any help in the future for generating lead, or they are from the same domain as you working, then in that case you send a connection request to them. Because if they accept your connection request, then you guys get connected and you basically can send messages to each other. Whereas this feature doesn't work when you follow someone. For sending messages on LinkedIn, you need to be connected with each other. Now you also have an option of personalized note, and Vanshika just beautifully explained it. There is nothing much I can add about it. But yeah, this is the difference between actually following someone and getting connected with someone.
Also, do you follow a fixed framework when you have to send a personalized invite to someone? Like, just give an example to the audience. I think that would be pretty
Yeah,
helpful.
I actually do. So what I do is, I'll actually give you examples. Suppose Vanshika is a creator. I like her profile and I want to connect with her. Then I'll just write these things in the personalized request. Hi, I am Shruti. I have been seeing your post lately and I actually like your post. Would love to get connected, because this is sweet and short. Otherwise, if you have some compliment or you like some specific thing, just say for example, I guess Vanshika, there is this one post about a love letter to your 18-year-old self. I actually really like that post. So I would like write there that, okay, I love this post. I can relate with it. And it's actually very wholesome. I can write a compliment or something you can relate about. Some sort of same ground you can relate about basically. Otherwise, you can just send, okay, I like your post and I would love to connect with you. Also, make sure it is under 200 the word limit, because for
Yeah,
personalized
200.
advice, you have a word limit. Yes, you have a word limit. So take care of that. Also, I would like to add one thing, that personalized invite may, there is this one catch. For free LinkedIn users, there are just 5 personalized invite. For premium, there is endless number of personalized invite you can send. But for free users, there are just 5 to, so yeah, use them very wisely. Use them when you actually need it, and don't just send personalized requests to everyone. Use it for maybe when when a creator has a big set of followers and you think they might just miss out your profile. In that case, send a connection request so that your profile stands out. Otherwise, if you want to get connected with an HR for landing a job or internship, in that case as well, you can send a connection request so that your profile stands out, and the other person also feels that, okay, you have actually taken some effort in sending a connection request, right? So yeah, use them wisely.
Yeah, just great advice over here. Like, if someone would actually write and mention the particular post that they love about it, like, I feel I would just go ahead with accepting the connection request. Like, that's very easy for the creator to actually go upon. Like, it shows that you have searched about them properly and you are serious, and you feel in the future you could have a, maybe you could collaborate upon some project in the future. So yeah, it's just great way to actually frame the connection request.
Also, if you guys need, then we'll write a copy of our personalized note in the comment section or in the description, and you can just go through it and use that as well. So moving ahead, how can someone actually start their content creation journey on LinkedIn? I mean, should they directly start posting the content on LinkedIn, or should they actually start with engagement first and they should like and comment on others' posts? And also, what the first post should be about, because while starting out on LinkedIn, you actually are very confused that what post should be putting self-help wale post, yeah, only LinkedIn pay engagement, or how to get followers and land in internships or jobs wale post will work. So what's your take on this?
Okay, so instead of just going ahead with your first post directly, I would say start observing the platform. Like, let's just observe what other creators are posting. How are they writing? Are their posts long, or are they posts short, or are they, what kind of pictures they're using? Are they using carousels, or is just one picture that they're putting out there? Are they making video content more? Like, any of the things that you feel are necessary, start observing them first and then go ahead with engaging with their post. Like, let's say you find a creator in your niche and you love their post. So start commenting upon their post regularly. Like, you saw a post today. What were your thoughts upon the post? Just write about that in the comment section. And then you see that they're posting again after, like, let's say 2 days, and then you can comment upon them again. So the creator actually gets to know about you through your comment. And trust me when I say this, it's a very big creator. They have a lot of number of followers and they get a lot of likes and comments upon their post. They will read your comment. Like, even if they don't reply to your comment, it actually doesn't mean that they haven't seen your comment. Like, trust me, when I say this, I sometimes read the comments, but I don't get the time to reply to them. So yeah, if you're commenting upon them regularly, it's a very good way to catch their attention. Now, when you have done observation, you have engaged with their post, the third step would be actually start ahead with posting your own content. Now, your first post is actually a little daunting to think about it. Like, what should I write about? And you just overthink a lot about it. But ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए. Like, your first could be anything. Like, let's say if you're a college going student, you can just write your day-to-day experiences. You had a conversation with a friend today that actually was quite inspiring, or a teacher taught you something in the class that you feel you can explain it in a very simplified manner by using an example. It could be that, or you read a book recently, or you heard a podcast, like you listen to our podcast, and you feel you can just explain it in a very layman's language again to the audience. And you can, yeah, make sure you link us in the comments if you're doing it. Okay. Okay, that could be one thing. Or it could also be that you have recently attended a competition and you won the first prize over there. Like, let's just write about the competition, how you went ahead with it, how you prepared. Because many people out there are also participating in competitions, are participating in case study competition or business conclaves for that thing. So you just provide about your experience. And it should not be that you're just talking about your experiences, like your achievements. You can also write that if you recently applied for this company, but you actually get rejected for it, like you didn't clear the interview. So that could be a very great post, like your learnings from it and how you took it positively. When you can actually just write about the rejections you faced, and people actually resonate more with your rejections and less with the achievements. While about like being an Indian, like that jealousy factor always comes into the picture. So you just don't have to babble about your achievements all the time. Like just be true and authentic. Talk about your failures as well. That helps the audience to resonate more with them, more with you. Yeah.
Also, one thing I would like, you rightly mentioned everything we have covered very well. सब कुछ cover हो गया है. But just to mention one thing, that if you're aiming to create a post on LinkedIn, then I would suggest first write at least 5 posts. Be ready with it. Go ahead and actually hit that publish button. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
One more thing I would like to add on is that even if your first post doesn't perform well, like I remember when I actually posted my first post, I just got 10 likes. And it was like I was shattered. I was like, why am I not getting likes? Is there some problem in the things that I have written? Like actually I remember I took 3 hours just to write that one post. And I was like, why isn't it getting any likes? Like मैंने इतना time लगा के लिखा. So just don't be disheartened. It's the algorithm that actually it takes time to pick up your LinkedIn post. Like उनके feed पे दिखाने के लिए the impressions, it takes a little bit of time. So impressions is basically the number of times your post appears on someone's feed. जैसे Instagram में होता है, it's similar to LinkedIn as well. So initially you don't have a lot of followers and a lot of connection. And that is one of the major reasons that you're getting less number of likes and comments because उनकी feed पे आपको post नहीं दिखाई जा रहा है. And it's not about you writing bad. Please don't get disheartened. And slowly and eventually, as you move ahead, as you start posting, you start getting connected with a lot of people, you will get likes. So yeah, just don't be disheartened.
Yeah, also one thing, LinkedIn में अभी एक नया फीचर आया है, just where you see the impressions, उसके ही बदल में you see the unique number. Unique number indicates कि कितने नए लोगों को आपके पोस्ट दिखे हैं. Impressions में सब कुछ include हो जाता है, नए लोगों को भी पोस्ट दिखते हैं, and your followers and your connections also see your post, but unique views are the ones जिनको आपके पोस्ट पहली बार दिखा है. तो make sure the unique views are a little on the higher end, because then it actually helps to reach many people on LinkedIn. So yeah, this is a new feature I've came across.
So Shruti, what do you feel? How often should someone post on LinkedIn? Like, how did you approach it?
I feel this is a very relative question, but I believe in the beginning consistency does matters. मतलब quantity ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए quality से in the initial phase. I think 4 times a week initially is something you should target. That is what my opinion is. Then उसके बाद you can see how your posts are working and what impressions you are getting, और आपके engagement और consistency के ऊपर भी matter करता है. तो उसके बाद you can decrease the number of posts to maybe 2 posts per week or 3 posts per week. But yeah, commenting and engaging with others remains constant, and that's a must thing that you should do regularly. Otherwise, your impressions will just go down. That's pretty much it.
Also, I think my take would be this on a little different. So I used to post only once a week initially, like for the first 2 months, I would say, or yeah, for the first 2 months, I just used to post once a week. So it just used to be like 4 posts in 1 month. That was actually very less. Like I talked to other creators also. So they were like, we post 4 posts in just 1 week. And I was like, oh my God, I'm just posting like 8 posts, 8 week. Man, that was all, but I was still getting a lot of likes because my quality was very good. Like I used to put a lot of thought before writing and before posting on LinkedIn. Like I'm a very big overthinker, guys. Like sachi mein. So I used to think a lot, and then okay, I used to post. So maybe quality was more good, and that worked for me.
Yeah, true. It depends on your content and how much time you have, right?
All right. Okay, so Shruti, how do you feel can someone build a LinkedIn community? Like how important it is for a beginner to build a LinkedIn community in the very beginning?
So, actually, many people have asked me this question, but I never thought of building a loyal community, or I never even thought that I would get one. It just happened along the way. Uh, but I guess the major reasons it happened is people actually found me and my content very relatable, because I've received a lot of DMs saying this the same thing, that people find my content very relatable, and this actually helped me in helped my content in being viewed as being authentic, because not everyone want to see your luxurious life or know about your fancy lifestyle. People actually want to hear your true stories and hear your fair share of setbacks and how you cope up with things. And people need some sort of same ground they can relate to you with. And I feel that's the major reason, also because I'm very sweet with everyone. I feel, to be very honest, I am always open for conversations, just for rant as well. I'm always also open for helping people, and not everyone on LinkedIn does that. Not gonna lie, but I feel not everyone is very authentic and their real self on LinkedIn. Like, people have a different side of their on LinkedIn and a different side they show in their DMs. So yeah, I feel that is the reason. And people also usually make a distance and they don't really care about you. They just care about their following. I'm not talking with everyone, but this is the case with majority of the people there. So yeah, maybe because of these reasons that people find me relatable, I was genuine enough, and I was always replying to my DMs on time. I was ready to help. These are the reasons I feel I've actually built a strong community. And also because I actually send a lot of messages and connection requests, and I talk a lot. I'm an extrovert, so that also helps. What are your take on this?
Okay, also just to give an example of how powerful a LinkedIn community can be. So I'll give my example. So I was writing consistently on LinkedIn for 3 months. But after that, I actually had to start with my college. So my college just started 2 weeks pehle abhi. And I went a little offline on LinkedIn, like I wasn't active there. But I was posting, like abhi bhi I was posting like कम हो गया था पहले आई यूज्ड टू पोस्ट thrice and 4 times a week but I post like once a week so I was actually scared that लोग मेरे post अभी like करेंगे भी या नहीं like I was not commenting upon उनके post and I was not replying to the DMs like I had so many DMs piled up that why aren't you posting on LinkedIn, what happened, and so yeah, I wasn't even replying to the DMs. I just posted. It felt as if I'm ghosting the people who are actually sending me text in the DMs, right? And it was scary, but मेरे पास time नहीं था, genuinely time नहीं था, and I was not able to reply to them. But I still posted. And to my surprise, that post did commendably well. Like, oh my God, I got so many likes, I got so many comments, and people wrote in the DMs that it's okay that you're not able to find time, and we understand, and we're still there for you. Like, we know that you don't have time. Yeah, so that just explains how you build a community. Even if I was not active, people did care if I was posting or not. And they just showed their support by through their comments and through their DMs. So yeah, that just explains how can a LinkedIn community actually help you in tough times.
Also, just to give you a little background, we also met through LinkedIn, so you know now that how a LinkedIn community helps you. And I've made some incredible friends via LinkedIn, like many other people. I just can't take the names right now, but yeah, me and Vanshika also met on LinkedIn, and now we are starting a podcast together. So yeah, you really
Yeah.
meet very nice people there. I mean, people actually think that LinkedIn is just for professional stuffs, but no, you can actually build some real, solid, real life connections there as well.
I actually never imagined that I would be starting a podcast with a LinkedIn friend. Like, this was never in my brain. Never in my life did I thought this would happen. Oh my God.
I was the first person to text. Now,
Yeah, you told me that you liked the word content-preneur in my headline. Like, that was quite fascinating to
yeah,
you. And that was one thing that you texted me about.
yeah, right.
Uh,
And also, अब तो ऐसे भी calls पे वगैरह बात हो जाती है. So yeah, we are good friends now. So LinkedIn also helps you in finding good friends. अब इसका गलत मतलब मत लेना तुम लोग, but it is
oh
what it is.
no, not at all.
Okay, so moving ahead, Vanshika, now we have the power of LinkedIn analytics. I mean, when should someone actually start looking at their LinkedIn analytics and how can they use that to grow on LinkedIn?
Okay, so I would say that don't start looking at your LinkedIn analytics in the very beginning. Like starting May, you are not going to get a lot of numbers, so it won't actually make sense you to for you to see those numbers. Abhi sahi. What I would recommend is focus more on the quality of the content that you're posting. Post it consistently and post it and write it well. Like take inspiration from others how they are writing, and then start looking at the LinkedIn analytics. Like if you're just 1 or 2 week into LinkedIn, don't watch the LinkedIn analytics. Obviously, it won't make any sense. But if you're someone who has been posting consistently over there for 2 or 3 months, LinkedIn analytics start making a lot of sense for you. For example, what I do is that whenever I post something, I see which of my posts are getting more number of likes and which one aren't. So it helps me to see which post are people which again. Okay. So the number of likes, it helps me to see which of my posts are people able to resonate more with and which one aren't working. So yeah, likes would be one analytic. Other would be see the profile views. So if you're someone who's a freelancer over there, or if you're finding internship, just see which person just viewed your profile. Like it helped you. Like let's say an HR of a company just viewed your profile. So and so that's a win-win situation. Like the person actually viewed your profile and you're currently looking for an internship. One with post impressions. So as I told you earlier, the post impressions are nothing but the number of times a particular post of yours is actually appearing on someone else's feed. So it tells you कि कितना आपकी post को reach मिल रहा है, and just see which of your posts is getting more impressions and which one aren't. Maybe the reason of one of your posts getting a lot of impressions would be that there are specific keywords, which are making your post stand out among other people's posts, or maybe it could be about the hook. Now, what a hook is, it's basically the first line of the post that you're writing something that people actually are captivated towards. So that could be one thing. So yeah, just three analytics that I would recommend in the beginning for a beginner would be unique views, the number of likes, and post impressions.
Yeah, so you've pretty much covered everything, and LinkedIn Analytics actually helps you in knowing more about what content your viewers want and how you can frame, like you can grow better in a better way.
Okay, so I feel we are almost approaching the end of our podcast. Like we have covered almost all the basic questions, and अब इतना ज़्यादा ज्ञान हो रहा है, so maybe we should make it a little fun. Okay, so this is a fun segment. We'll talk about a few little myths that we thought in the beginning were true, but they actually turned out to be false. So, Shruti, are there any specific LinkedIn myths you would like to burst?
Mm, specific myth. Yeah, I feel initially when I started writing content on LinkedIn, I thought that sirf how to get this number of followers, yeah, how to land this internship, yeah, job wale content or post ही work करते हैं, but it's not like that. Self help and your personal experiences and all of those sort content भी work करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि people only are there to read about your successes, but people also want to know about your failures and your life lessons. So those posts also work. पहले मुझे नहीं लगता था ऐसे post work करते हैं, but now I am writing such kind of posts, so I know, yeah, it works.
Yeah, even I had that myth. Also, one more myth that I had was like, जो भी बड़े creators हैं who are having a set number of followers, more than 20,000 or 30,000 followers, and they get like getting a lot of likes and comments upon their posts. So I thought that they are getting paid for writing their posts down. Like I thought that they could monetize their LinkedIn, and that was like I was so fascinated. Ki, maybe once I achieve that number of followers, even I would be able to do that. But it's actually a myth. You don't get paid for any of the posts you're writing down, even if you have a lot of followers and a lot of people are following you and liking your comments, liking your posts, and like commenting upon it. You don't get paid for it.
Yeah, but until and unless it's a paid collaboration from a company. Yeah, otherwise you
Yeah.
don't get.
Well, that's a different thing, but otherwise you don't get paid. Yeah.
Also I was saying सबसे बड़ी controversy LinkedIn पे that pictures work या pictures नहीं work. Post के साथ pictures
I feel,
what?
yeah, a picture works. It helps you get attention.
Yeah,
A post with a picture, it just grabs attention quickly. Yeah, so I feel they do. Yeah,
visual matters, I guess. It's still here.
obviously. Also, do you feel that LinkedIn's new video feature would work in the longer run?
Honestly, I think yes, it will work because the world is changing and abhi sab kuch shorts and reels pe hai, तो why not LinkedIn ka video feature would work. And also recently I've started seeing ki LinkedIn creators, like big LinkedIn creators who were creating content and were writing posts earlier are now creating videos. So I think it would work.
I actually don't want ki like that should promote its video feature more. Like it's becoming a little Instagramish now. I don't want it to work, to be honest. Like no. It just feels we're scrolling through our reels again and again. So it kind of gets addictive. And people over here, I feel people over here are readers who love to read. So video feature might not work according to me for that sake. And yeah, I just don't feel like it should work.
We don't want it to work, but it is what it is. I guess it would work.
Maybe, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Also, how's LinkedIn treating you recently? Tell me about it.
Okay, I just told about it. Like I wasn't active on LinkedIn and still I'm getting a lot of likes on my posts. It's a little overwhelming and it also shows how my previous posts are working. Like I feel that maybe because I have built a connection with my audience that they know that even if I'm not active, maybe there's a specific underlying reason for it and I'm just not ghosting them or I haven't left the platform altogether. So yeah, it just shows the power of personal branding and loyal connections. And अभी तो touch wood मेरा LinkedIn काफी अच्छा चल रहा है. I'm getting impressions on my post and yeah. What about you?
मेरा as you know LinkedIn पहले काफी slow था, like it wasn't working in my favor, but since I've hit 1000 followers, अभी तो 2000 हो गया है, but उसके बाद से my LinkedIn has actually skyrocketed. मेरे impressions काफी अच्छे हो रहे हैं, plus comments likes सब आ रहे हैं, तो yeah, touch wood, it's working in my favor right now and I'm loving that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so that's it from our end for this episode. That's all we had for you. We hope you find this insightful. This actually helps people out there. And just to give you a sneak peek for the rest of the episodes, upcoming episodes, I mean, we are planning to bring in some big creators if everything goes well. Touch wood. And also, please like, share, comment to this video. Tell us how did you feel about it and if any suggestions, improvements. And please do follow us on LinkedIn. Follow Vanshika's account and follow my account as well. We'll put it down in the comments and in the description section as well. So yeah, that's it from our end and hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye.